for the mites with 10x sugar, fogging them with that?
Yeah, dusting them.
Yes.
Sugar.
Yeah, sugar dusting. So if you've never used powdered sugar, you take a cup of sugar and you put a filter or sifter of some sort. I use a typical kitchen one, and I just tap it. 1 cup over this box, 1 cup over the other box. You make snow bees. The powdered sugar gets on the bee that does 2 things. The granule of the sugar is the perfect size to fit in the pad for the mite, and the mite can't grab onto the bee. Second thing that happens is the bee gets covered with powdered sugar, and it gets a grooming response, and as it grooms the sugar off, it's plucking the bees or plucking the mites off. Third thing that happens is, in a 90-degree hive with powdered sugar, it melts and it gets all over the bee and it gets greasy and the mites can't hang on and they fall off. And if you have a screen bottom board, they fall through. If you have a flat bottom board, solid bottom board, they fall to the bottom and then they pick up on the next bee that walks past and come back in. So that's why people say screen bottom board. So yes, mites. Now, there are schools of thought, good, bad, and different. It's kind of like, are eggs good for you, right, from a cholesterol standpoint, about powdered sugar. The one thing about mites and powdered sugar, they cannot become, they got used to fluvalinate and coumaphos. They can't get used to powdered sugar. It's just not possible in their makeup. So I have a hive right now that is just on the threshold, It's 6 mites per 300 bees. It's at 2%, and anything higher than that, they say you might consider treating. But I don't want to put Epigard on my hive and nuke it right now. I'm using powdered sugar on that hive. So,
well, let's say stop counting at 6, so he's right there. And the other thing is, how often do you have to do it? How often do you do it?
the powdered sugar, what they say, and you can look this up on it's either American Bee Journal or Bee Culture, I don't remember which one, had an article about this. It's also on scientificbeekeeping.com. Randy Oliver covers powdered sugar. You will put the powdered sugar on, and for a small period of time, you will have a significant mite drop. A couple days, I believe it is, 2. On the 3rd day, the drop goes down a percentage. On the 4th day, it's almost nil. On the 5th day, it's nothing. So what they recommend is you will do it every 5 to 7 days for a period of time until you get below your mite threshold. If you talk to Randy Oliver or listen to him when he came and talked to us, I say this because we just got exposed to him and he had all this information about this, so we talk about him frequently. He mixes some powdered sugar with other treatments or whatever, but the key thing for him is he tests all year long for his thresholds. He's a commercial guy. If his hives are not the best they could be, he's not going to make money taking them out for pollination. He does his mites all year long. In New Jersey, if you're lazy or you're a hobby beekeeper or you're not really into that, I need to know what the mites are and you don't want to intrude your hive, July and August, like we talked about earlier, make sure you're controlling your mites and stuff. So, okay?